Hello, hello, friends. I'm trying during the month of June to not have any carbonated beverages, and it's actually way easier than I expected. Once I got out of the routine of having pop every day, it's like not even difficult. I've been drinking a lot of water, which is really cool, and also has the added benefit of when I spill my drink on my desk, it's really easy to clean up when it's just water. Not mentioning that for any reason. I just think that's interesting, Just thought it was cool. But we're on to phase 2 of the Rat Run puzzles today. We're up to experiment number 11, limited edition. Highly recommend these puzzles. If you haven't done them before, I highly recommend starting with experiment 1. There's a bit of a story here as you go on. I do have a playlist in the description of the other Rat Run puzzles I've done. And there's also links to this LMD page that has links for all of those puzzles as well. But today, limited edition Indigo puzzle. Experiment 11, Indigo, 23rd of October, 1974. I don't know if it'll show up in the video. My internet is so bad this week. This page just loaded like dial-up. It was a bit quicker than dial-up, but seeing the page load little by little is frustrating. Whilst Sphinx seemed to enjoy the 2-month break, I have a feeling she has been missing the challenge that the experiments provide and will be glad to begin phase 2. Meanwhile, Elliot has been carrying out essential maintenance work on the, I think that TELE and then it's cut off. Teleporters, maybe? We had some puzzles with some teleporters. It looks like we get teleporters today. Ooh, oh my gosh, we have red dots? What could this be? Okay, phase 2. Make sure this is showing up correctly. It looks good to me. Rat Run 11, limited edition by Marty Sears. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Aim of experiment. Sphinx the rat must reach the cupcake by finding a path through the maze. The path must not visit any cell more than once, cross itself, or pass through any thick maze walls. So we have Sphinx the rat here, and she needs to get to this cupcake. So we don't have a ton of walls today, actually. We have a big wall here. We're going to have to draw a line for the path that Sphinx is taking, and she can't jump over walls or go through them, so we would have to go around them somehow. Okay. As well as moving orthogonally, Sphinx may move diagonally if there's a 2x2 space in which to do so, but may never pass diagonally through a round wall spot on the corner of a cell. Okay. So there's typically a spot where I get really stuck and then I remember, oh yeah, I can move diagonally. But we have lots of spaces to move diagonally today. We cannot move diagonally out of this cell because, for example, this move would cross a round corner, which you're not allowed to do. But once we get out in the open, we would be able to move diagonally here. That's not diagonal, but this would be fine because there aren't any wall corners in the way, as long as there's a 2x2 space available. Teleport. Entering a teleport will cause Sphinx to be instantly transported to the matching colored teleport. From there, she can continue her journey. Matching teleports always have identical digits, but teleports that don't match always have different digits. Okay. So if I were to draw my path so that Sphinx goes up to teleporter A, from here I would need to go to this teleport A and figure out where I want to go, etc. For all these teleporters. B would match here, and these are also the same digit. So these two cells are the same digit, and they're also different from A, C, D, and E. These two are the same. They're different from A, B, D, and E, etc. We have red currents now in phase 2. A red current always sits between an even digit and an odd digit. Okay, so these one of these is even, one of these is odd. One of these is even, one of these is odd. So it's not necessarily consecutive. It could be. But one of these is odd, one of these is even. One of these is odd, one of these is even. Sounds good. And our test constraint. In this experiment, any cell on the path equals the digit at the top of its column plus the digit at the left-hand end of its row. Whoa! Excuse me? Any cell on the path equals the digit at the top of its column plus the digit at the left-hand end of its row. That's wild. So if my path goes like this cell, say this is a 5 and this is a 8 or something. That would be pretty bad because this would have to be 13. Any cell in the path equals the digit at the top of its column plus, yeah, that's how it works. Whoa, so Okay, I don't want to think too much about it, but like if this was a 1 and this is a 5, then this would be a 6. But this would not be a 5 because it's not on the line. This rule only applies to digits on the line. Wow. Oh my gosh, a lot to think about there. I wasn't ready to start my timer yet. Oh my gosh. As always, there's a link to this puzzle in the description if you'd like to solve as well as a link to a playlist with all the other Rat Run puzzles I've done, and a link to a Google form if you'd like to submit a puzzle. So, oh my golly. How, how do we want to get started? Well, we need to start with thanks, and we need to get to the cupcakes. So it seems easy that we would want to go here. But kind of figured out on accident with my little example, I need to be careful with what digits are going to be here on the for digits on the path, because this is a 9 by 9 puzzle. I can only have the numbers 1 through 9. So if I have a situation where I have 5 and 8, that's pretty big. That's not going to work. So okay, I have to use this cell on the path. I definitely do. And then I'm either going to the left or I'm going down. But this cell for sure. So these digits need to sum to a number that is no bigger than 9. So I don't want to use a 9 here. If I use an 8, I would have to have a 1 with it, that kind of thing. Also, I'm going to have to put a 9 here somewhere, which means there's going to be one row that the path, at least one row, that the path doesn't enter at all. And there's also going to be one column that the path doesn't enter at all. Because if the 9 goes here, there's nothing I could put here that would make that work. We don't have any adders or subtractors or doublers or anything to change the value of digits, right? It's just the digits. Okay. So there's going to be one row and one column that we don't enter at all. Okay. I think I want to start with this digit maybe because this is a teleporter that I would know about. I don't know if that's helpful. I do know that these two cells need to be, they need to sum to 9 or smaller. Okay. I'm never going to have a 1 on the path. I could have a 2 because I could have like 1 and 1 to make 2, but I'm never going to have a 1 on the path. Also something to think about. Meaning there's never going to be a situation where I use every single digit in a box, or every single cell, sorry, every single cell in a box is not going to happen. Because I would have to have a 1 then, and that won't work. What else do I know with these with this test constraint? What else can I do? Never going to have a 1 on a line. Never going to have a 9 as one of the coordinates. So that means there's going to be one row and one column that I'll never enter, at least. And I can never use every single cell in a row or a column or a box. Any region where you would have the numbers 1 through 9, I won't use every single cell. Okay, what other restrictions do I have here? These teleporters are interesting. So like I need E, whatever digit that is, to go here somewhere. It's going to be one of these. I need C to go here somewhere. C is going to be one of these. This region needs a C and a D also, and they are not here. So C is going to be one of these. D is going to be one of these. Okay. Nothing with that. Maybe I want to think about where Finks needs to go. Ooh. How many cells in the same row or same column or same region? No, I want to look at same row and same column. Because whatever digit this is, if I go this way, that's already 3 cells that need to be smaller than 9. So if I went this way, this would not, this could be a 6 at most, right? And then this would be like a 1, 2, 3. So this would be 7, 8, 9. That would work. But then I can't enter this row ever again then. Oh, I can't go in row 1, column 1 at all. ever. Because if this is a 6 and this is a 1, if the line goes here, oh, that's so helpful. If the line goes here, this cell has to be 6 plus 1. But if I turn this into a 7, now it has to be 7 plus 1. Now it has to be 8 plus 1. You know, like that's not going to work. So does that mean I could put a 9 here. I don't think I want to. Maybe that could work because I'm never going to enter this row or column anyways. But that's good to know. I might like make these red. That might clash with this a bit, but I'm never going to go here. Okay. Oh, that's so helpful. So now I still don't know where I'm going from here. But if I were to go this way, this could be a 6 at most. If this was a 6, this would be 1, 2, 3. This would be a 7, 8, 9. That is good. Is there a situation where I could go all the way up here? If this is a 1, and this is like a 2, 3, I would have to split them up by boxes. But I think that could work. If this is a 1, I could have a 2 and a 3, a 3 and a 4, a 4 and a 5, a 5 and a 6, 6 and a 7. Obviously split up because I couldn't do those in the same boxes. But that might work. I was hoping to find something that wouldn't work. So maybe I don't go that way. Okay. Good to know. From here, I think the teleporters might be good for like, am I sure that I'm never going through here? Yeah, it's gotta be, because I can't have a 0. If I were to go, this also means I can't use teleporters D and E at all. So I can't go this way, so I do need to go this way. That's what that tells me. Okay. I can't use teleporters D and E at all because that would mean entering column 1. So I can't get out this way. I need to go all the way around. I don't know if I'm going like this or like this yet, but I am definitely going all the way around. Double checking, I really can't go into columns. That knocks out 2 thermometers, so or not 2 thermometers, 2 teleporters, so I want to make sure. It doesn't make any sense to go in here because this digit would have to be itself plus the column, and there's no zeros. Yeah, okay. So I don't know if I'm going this way or if I'm going this way, but either way, I end up here, and I have to go all the way around, at least. Meaning, these digits, I think I might want to go straight this way because I don't think I have enough if I go this way. If this is a 1 and this is a 2, this could be a 3. There needs to be 2 digits in column 1 that I'm not adding 1 to, basically. It might be possible to go all the way down here. The only digit I don't want to add 1 to is 9. So 9 is going to be one of these. Everything else here, I think that works. Huh, I'm not against going this way then. And I don't think I can say for sure which one's which yet. Oh, this needs to be an odd and an even. Oh, these are all going to be odd and even. If I put a 1 here, what if I don't have a 1 there? What if I have a 2 there? Then this would be 8 and 9. Okay, if I don't go all the way down here, this could still be a 2, I think. Nope, no. This consecutive dot tells me this needs to be a 1, actually. Okay, so because of the line, this could be a 1 or a 2. A 1 if I go all the way down here, it could be a 1. What am I trying to say? But if I only go this far, I could have a 2 and I could have a difference of 2. But this dot tells me they need to be an odd and an even, meaning this would need to be an odd number. So this has to be a 1. There's no way it could be a 3 I need too many digits. I would have to squeeze a 7, 8, and 9 outside. Okay, I'm confident now this has to be a 1. That makes sense. So, the digits here are going to be somewhere between 2 through 9. I don't have exacts yet. 9 is going to go here or here. If this is a 9, that means I can't go here at all, which would mean we never get to the cupcake and would be very sad. So this is going to be a 9. Okay, that makes sense. I'm fine with that. It also means that these are not 9. That's okay. Now everything else here is 1 through 8, and 2 through 9 is going to go here. I think also this digit will end up having the same pattern as this, just because that's going to be what's left over, right? I think it might end up that way. Why would I not want to go this way, maybe? How is that different than going this way? Maybe I won't figure this out for a little bit. Maybe I'm overthinking this part. It seems like right now I could go all the way down here. I have enough digits to do so. 2, 3, 3, 4. I guess it'd be 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. I think it would work. I'd have to split them up among the boxes. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. I'm not sure about that yet. This needs to be an odd and an even. That's okay. When we get here, this direction, this might also have to be a 1. Oh, but it can't be, so this one has to be a 2. This one will be a 2 and I need to turn. There you go. This needs to be a 2. I need to turn. I don't have enough digits available if I keep going. Or I could go diagonal. Ooh, but I can't go this way. Diagonal, Kathy. I could go this way. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of things to think about already. Well, now I know that this needs to be 1 and 2 together. This is a 3. Okay. This needs to be an even number now because of this. So this needs to be a 4, 6, 8, meaning this would, if this was a 4, this would have to be a 2, which doesn't work. This could be a 6 and this could be a 4, or this could be an 8 and this could be a 6. Okay. Nice. I like what we've done so far. How do I want to keep going? Oh, I don't want to use an 8 here, right? Because 2 plus 8 would be 10, which would be too big. So I'm going to put an 8 here for sure. Meaning 8 is going to be one of these. This is fine. If I went diagonally here, this is an 8 now. So if I went diagonally, this would have to be a 1, which it can't be. So I want to go straight down. I don't want to go diagonal. Perfect. Now, I know that I don't want to enter this cell at all. And I don't want to enter this cell at all. Because these can't be 1s over here. Down here, I could have 1s. And we might be able to enter this column for 1 cell. I like that a 9 ended up there. That makes things a lot easier. Now, if I go down, I'll end up over here. This is a 4 or a 6. Okay, let's think about this cell. If I were to go through A and end up over here, what are my options for these 2 cells? This could be a 4, 5 at the lowest. So this would have to be a 9, which would not work. So there's no way I want to enter A either. Oh, these poor teleporters. We're not going to get to use very many of them. We're not going through A. I'm going to double check that. The lowest that these 2 cells can be is 4 and 5, which is 9, but I've already used a 9. So we're not going through A. We can't go diagonally here. So we're going to B. And we are using B now. Okay. This is the same digit. It doesn't see anything yet, so I'm not sure what it is. Oh, but it is interesting interaction. These 2 cells will have the same sum as these 2 cells because B needs to be the same. Okay, from B, I can only enter 1 spot in this column because of the 8. Only one of these could be a 1. So I definitely don't want to go up this way. I would have to come back down. If I were to go here, I'd have to go diagonally back to E, which I'm not using E. I'm not using E. It's a little hard to see these pink over top of this, but I'm not going this way anymore. So from B, I don't want to go this way. I would be stuck going down, and that's 2 cells in column 9. So I need to go diagonally, and then I need to get back out. So I need to go this way. I can't go down again. It also tells me that this needs to be a 1 because this is going to be a 9. That's the only way that works with this 8. Okay, cool. Meaning this is going to be a 2 for 1 and 1 here. This is a 9. This, I still don't know anything about yet. That's okay. I'm used to test constraints that tell me the digits on the line in relation to the ones around it. So that's, I keep looking for like, what can go next to a 9? Perfect. Now, the cupcake is here, but the combination of these digits would have to be pretty low in order to have 3 in the same column. I have 4 in the same column. 6 in the same column. Maybe I want to look more here. I want this to be pretty low because I need to use at least, okay, that's good. At least 5 cells in this column 8. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One of them could still be a 9. So this can't be a 1. I think 2, 3, 4 is what I want. 4 would mean the options are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, 2, 3, 4 is what I want here. Yeah, because 5 options, 5 plus 4 is 9, the maximum. That's how I think about it. Okay. So 4 is the maximum. This could be 2 is the lowest it could be. So if this is a 2, 3, 4, if this is a 2, this would be a 4, 5, 6. Okay. What else can I do? What else do I know? Do I want to think about where I go from here? Could I go straight down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. And I would be able to do that maybe. I've wasted I've wasted the 1 in this column. The 1 is not going to match up with these. So I need to take 4 out, I think. Because the actual lowest that these would be this digit plus 2 at a minimum. Not 1, not for this column. So I can't actually have 4 here, meaning this actually won't be a 6. This is actually only a 2 or a 3. So, and this is a 3 if the lowest digits end up here. Okay. I might come back to looking at that column. I know my digits that are gonna appear here. I just don't know what order yet. This needs to have the same sum as this, which is interesting. All right, here's the deal. I get stuck here for quite a long time. So I'm going to put a timestamp on screen and also a chapter if you'd like to skip ahead to where I make actual good progress. But I'm going to leave this huge chunk in here because I think I do talk about good steps for what I take in the future, and I did have some good deductions here. It just wasn't what I needed to do to progress in the puzzle. So timestamp on the screen if you'd like to skip ahead, but I'm gonna leave the rest of the stuff in here anyways. What else do I know? This is still the same digit even if I don't use it, right? Matching teleports always have identical digits. Okay. So even though I'm not using them, this is still the same digit. Good to know. This is not a 1, 2, or 9. Ooh. From here, what do I want to think about? Well, okay, I can mark this off. I'm not going to go this way anymore. I'm using X's and red shading to mean the same thing. I'm sure it's really easy to follow along. I'm not gonna go this way. Maybe I want to think about where to go from here. These dots might be helpful. I have odd, even. But I don't really know anything about these digits. I need more digits. That's the issue. Oh, I have a 1 here. This is a 1. What can I do with that? I think there's more I can do here. And it was good to look at that I've already used a 1, so the lowest possible digits here. Let's get rid of my red shading for a second. I am specifically looking at these cells right now. Well, now that blue clashes with the blue teleporter. Hold on. Let's do, I don't know, green. This is where I'm looking right now. This digit plus these is what I'm going to end up with here. So right now, I could draw my line like this and never enter column 8 again. Potentially. So this would need to be 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. I could go 3, 4, 5, 7 and also use this cell. I'm not against that. I think I still have options. This is difficult. I think I still have options. But it definitely needs to be low. I can't put an 8 here. Let's think about that. I cannot put an 8 in these cells. So an 8 has to go here or here. Yes. Those are okay, that's good to think about. Okay, 8. Oh no, 8 could go here too. Shoot. I clicked on the wrong one. Never mind. Not this cell. Yes, this cell. My options for 8 can only be where I don't have digits here. And it can't be a 1 because I already have a 1 there. Okay, so that makes sense. 8 has to go here or here. I don't want 8 here because I already have at least 2 cells in this row. So this needs to be an 8. Can I do something with that? This becomes a 9, meaning 9 will be here. 9 will be here. This is definitely an 8 and a 9. Okay, what do I do with that? It means I do have pretty low digits here. 9 going here. Can I do something with that? I feel like that was helpful. Ooh, I can never enter this row again. Also good to think about. I don't want to go here because this is an 8. Okay. Um, 9 needs to go here somewhere. What is stopping me from just going this way? What am I missing? What am I missing? This is a low digit. This could also end up being kind of low. What am I overlooking? Red currants are just odd and even. Am I missing Sudoku here? 8 is one of these. 8 is specifically one of these. Okay. Either this is 2, 6, or this is 7, 1. Ooh, this A teleporter might help. I need a 4 somewhere. Whatever digit goes here. won't be here. That's fine, it's already not. Whatever digit goes here won't be here. So this digit needs to go in here somewhere. It's not these, it's not this, it's also not a 1 or a 9. That's okay. Huh. 2, 3. What can go here? Something plus 1 is going to be this. Okay, these need to be consecutive numbers. 1, 2, 3. This could be a 4 and a 5. And then this would be 6 and 8. That works. This could be 5 and 6. This would be 4 and 6. That would be broken. Ooh, a 6 has to go here or here. I need a 6 here. So this is not a 6. One of these is definitely a 6. Either I get 4 plus 2 is 6 or 6 plus 2 is 8. Okay. So this won't be 5, 6, or 6, 7. 7, 8 is an option. What's going to go here? Whatever digit doesn't go here. If this is 4, 6, this is 7, 8. If this is 6, 8, then this becomes 4 and 5. So this is either a 5 or a 7. 4 goes here or here. 6 goes here or here. 8 goes here or here. This has to be a 5, 7. I believe this is either 4, 6 and 7, 8. So this would be a 5. Or this is 6, 8 and 4, 5. So this is a 7. I don't know if this gets me what I need though. This is also a 5, 7. Okay. What am I missing? Other options available here. Oh, these need to be 4 different consecutive numbers. Like, I could have a 2, 3, and then a 3, 4, but not in the same region. So same thing's going to happen here. Let's look at that. 1, 2, 3. So this could be a 3 and a 4, but then this could not be a 4 and a 5. Maybe I want to look at that. With the digits left over, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I need 4 different digits here. That's good. I don't know if it's helpful right now. Would it be possible to go this way to get 6 different digits here? 3, I can't do 1, 2, or 2, 3, but I could do 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. So 4 and 5 or 7 and 8 would have to go somewhere up here. 7 and 8 and 4 and 5. I think it works still. Ah, man. Okay, well, a 7 needs to go here. This can't be a 7 because of this. Oh no! It was right there! This can't be a 7 because of this. It's okay. It's okay. There's no way I can get 3 digits off of this. Oh my god, how long was I stuck there? This has to be a 4. Because I need 3 digits on the line here. I'm just gonna take off that for a second. This has to be a 4. So 4 plus 1 is 5. So 4, this becomes a 6, this becomes an 8, and this becomes a 7. It's okay. It's okay. We got out of it. We persevered. As if I'm not here by myself right now. Okay, this is a 4, so my digits here are very limited. I cannot put a 1 here. What's the highest digit I could put here? A 5. And one of these would be a 9. It can't be this one, but one of these could be. So this would really be a 2, 3, 4, 5, which is more options than I expected. I also have to be careful with the odd number thing I was talking about. See, that's another thing. I feel like I talked about a lot of good things that I now just can't cut out the last 20 minutes of the video because there were other good things mentioned. Maybe I'll put it in with a note that says, hey, I finally made some progress at this point. Jump ahead if you want. Okay. These digits need to be I don't want to highlight this one, but this needs to be a 2, 3, 4, 5 at most because this is a 4 and these are the digits that can go here. Also, I mentioned that this has to have the same sum as this, which is interesting. My options for this are going to be 6, 7, 8, 9. It can't be a 7 because of this. So I need to take out 3 as an option here. This is actually a 2, 4, 5. But here, if this is a 2, this would be a 4, and this would be a 6, okay? 2 and 4 means this is going to go 2, 4, 6, 4, 6, 8, 5, 7, 9. That's interesting. 2, 4, 6, 4, 6, 8, 5, 7, 9. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. Are each of those okay? I think so. Now for this, if this was a 2, this would be a 4. If this was a 3, this would be a 5. If this was a 4, this would be a 6. If this was a 5, this would be a 7. Okay. This also can't be a 3. Oh, wait, because of the 7, I just can't use a 3 at all. That makes it a lot easier. This has to be a 2, so this will be a 4, so this will be a 6. That does make things easier. This has to be a 7 then. 5 plus 2 is 7. 5 plus 4 is 9. This ends up being an 8. 8 minus 4 is 4, so this ends up being a 6. There you go. None of these can be 3. I literally sat there like, wait, this can't be a 3 either, but that makes sense. This whole row can't have another 7 in it. Okay, we're back on track now. This makes sense. We're doing fine. We're making great progress. This 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So one of these will be a 3, 5, and one of these will be a 7, 9. Okay. Well, what's this? Just for fill-in's sake. A 1 and a 2, it looks like. So then this. Ooh. These have X's on them. They're not filled in. This becomes a 1, 5, 9. This can't be a 1. No, that was fine because this is a 3, 7. That's okay. That's okay. I think this ends up being a 1. This is a 5, 9. 3 plus 2 is 5, and 7 plus 2 is 9. So this ends up being a 1. So this ends up being 1, 2, 3. This ends up being a 1 and a 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is a 1 and this is a 2. Okay, back on track. This is an 8, so this is an 8. Meaning 2 plus what is 8? A 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. Anything else on the line so far? I have this. What are my options here? A 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Meaning these digits, well, I don't know if this one's on the line or not, but this is going to be a 4, 6, 8. All of which are still fine. I know for sure this is a 2. So if this is a 3, this is a 5. If it's a 5, it's a 7. If it's a 7, it's a 9. This can't be a 7. So this can't be a 5. So this can't be a 6. Okay. What else do I know? Now, this is a 3, 5, 7. This is a 3, 5, 7. It can't be a 7. So this can't be a 7. So it is a 3, 5. 7 is one of these. So one of these is definitely an 8. Okay. I could also look at this. I need a 3, a 4, and a 5. I won't be able to figure that out yet. This cell is 2 plus 3 to be 5, or 2 plus 5 to be 7, which it can't be. Nice. This is a 5. So this ends up being a 3, so this is a 7. I hit the wrong digit. I hit the wrong everything. This is a 7. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm not in big numbers somehow. 7, 8, and 5, and 6. So this does end up being 3, 4. I could take the line this way. I don't know, though. Oh, well, I can't go this way now because this would be 5 and 6 to be 11. There you go. I have to go this way. So this is a 3, 4. This becomes 9. This can't be a 7 because this would end up being 10, and that would be bad. This is a 3, so this is a 7. 3 and 3 is 6, and 3 and 5 is 8. That's okay. What else? These two digits are a 1 and a 2. Okay. Now what? Oh, I know what this is. This is a 7, so this is a 2, so this is a 9. This is a 5, so this is a 3. This is a 1, so this is a 2, and this is a 1. Okay, where does our line go? Okay, well, because of Sudoku, this is a 1, so our line can't go this way because 1 is not 5 and 2. So I need to go one of these directions. Either way, I'm adding 5 to it. So if it was on the line, this would be a 6, a 12, or a 10. I need to go up. So this becomes a 6. Now, if I wanted to go this way, that would be 11. That would be bad. But if I go this way, this would be 10. It's interesting thinking about what digits are possible. I could go this way and get a 5. 4 and 1 is 5 okay with Sudoku? I think so. What if I go this way? This would be 4 and 7, which is 11, which is not fine. What if I go down? I already said this cell wasn't an option. I need to make sure I mark those off. So I need to go this way and get a 5. 4 and 6, not an option for the line. 4 and 7, not an option for the line. So now again, this would be 13. This would be 8. And this would be 14. So I need to go this way again. And this was 7 plus 1 is 8. Oh yeah, this is my safe row because this is a 1. Okay, if I went this way, it would take me through a teleporter. This would also be a 9. And that would work because this is also a 9, 5 and 4. I need to get back down here somewhere. I've blocked this off and I can't move diagonally, so I think this teleporter is the safe option. Do I want to go straight in? Do I want to go this way first? Do I want to go down for some reason? This would be 10, so I don't want to go down. If I went this way, it would only be 4, which is okay. If I went this way, it would be 9. Well, this is interesting. How would I... Maybe Sudoku ends up telling me that I can't go this way or something. That, like, there's no way that could be a 4. But either way, I'm going through this teleporter at some point, and these are 9. Meaning this is a 5 and this is a 9. From here, what if I went this way? This would be 5 and 7, which is not okay. If I went through this teleporter, that'd be bad. What if I went down? This would be 7, 3 and 4. That's okay. What if I went this way? This would be 5 and 5, which is 10. Not okay. So this is 7. Now I can't go anywhere but to the right, so hopefully this one works. 5 and 3 is 8. And then now I think I can just go straight there. This is not a valid cell to go into, and this is not a valid cell, so yeah, we're going straight in. But how do I get from this 8 to this 9? I need to figure that out. These X's were really helpful, but I forget to put digits in there. So let's get rid of these and see our line that we're taking. Okay. Now I need to do Sudoku to figure out where stuff goes. This needs to have a 2. These need to have a 2. 2's gonna go there or there. I still need a 3. I think the only 3 I know of is up there. Oof. Any of these could be 3. I need a 4 still. And I need a 5. 5 can't go here or here or here. This has to be a 5. Only place 5 can go in here. 2, 4, 3, 4. Okay. That doesn't tell me. I'm curious if this can be a 4. That's what I'm really looking at. I need a 4 in here somewhere. I need one of these to be a 4, and any of them could be. Double checking, this could actually be 3, 4, and this could actually be 2, 3. I think so. Okay, let's look at something else. This needs to be a 3, 4, 5, I believe is what I had. This can't be a 3 or a 5, so this is a 4, meaning this can't be a 4. So I don't want to go this way. I want to go straight to the teleporter. Perfect. These are not 4. These are a 3, 5. Now I have Sudoku. And I think my line's complete. I took this teleporter and I took this teleporter. And I did not use some of the teleporters. Ooh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This looks like a 2, 4 because of the column. Can't figure that out yet. I think this will be helpful. This needs to be an odd with 2 evens or an even with 2 odds. This available digits could be a 1, could be a 2, could be a 3. Can't be a 4, can't be a 5, can't be a 6, 7, 8, or 9. So it's a 1, 2, or 3. Okay, interesting. If it's a 1, this would have to be a 2, 4, 6. Ooh, 4, 6, 8. One of these needs to be even, and the only even digit I have left is a 2, so one of these has to be a 2, meaning this is going to be a 4, this is going to be a 3. This ends up being a 2, this ends up being a 4. One of these has to be a 2. This now can't be a 2, 4, 6, or 8. So this ends up being an odd number. This ends up being a 2. Okay. Now this needs to be a 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. They see a 5 and a 7 because of the region. This sees a 3 and a 9. The only thing left in the column is a 1. This can't be a 1 or a 9 because of the column. So this is a 3. This is a 5. This is a 3. 6. Now over here, I need a 2 still and a 5. This is a 5, so this is a 2, and this is a 5. These, I need a 1 and a 4. These, 1, 2, 3, I need a 4 and a 6. This is a 4, so let's make this a 4, and this is 6. And these end up being a 3 and a 7. This is a 7, so this needs to be a 7, and this is a 3. Very cool! Oh my gosh! Experiment completed successfully. Test date 23/10/1974. Cells visited 31, red currents eaten 1, teleports used 2. Despite having had over 2... Wait, I only used 2 teleports? Oh my gosh, I did. I only used green and orange. Yeah. Okay. Despite having had over 2 months off, Finks got straight back into test mode, picking up right where she left off, as we'd hoped. Frustratingly, despite weeks of tinkering with the teleports and thinking the issues were fixed, Teleport B once again overheated after Finks had entered it. Why is it just that one that's being temperamental? Further investigation required. Ooh, we need some lore with Teleporter B. That's this orange one under 8, right? What's going on with that one? Oh my gosh. I can't believe I got stuck for so long. It was just this digit that I needed to look at. I'll probably leave that in the video because I did talk about other good things, I think, that I ended up using later on. It was a lot of, well, I know I'll use this later, but I can't use it right now type of stuff. But realizing this couldn't be a 7 because I was using 3 digits in this same row. Oh man, devastating, devastating. Very nice puzzle though. I'm enjoying these rat run puzzles a lot. Once I got past that one cell I got stuck on, everything was smooth sailing. This worked out really well. It was interesting having a line where, I think I mentioned this earlier, where a lot of the other test constraints had to do with the adjacent digits on the line. So like this would rely on what the other 2 digits next to it were. But this was based on where it was in the grid, which was really cool. That was an interesting way of thinking. And I really liked, it felt really nice to figure out at the beginning, oh yeah, I can't even go in row 1 and column 1. That ended up narrowing down things a lot. And it seemed like I wanted to put 9 here right away, but I don't think I had a logical reason to at first. At the beginning, I think I still could have, oh no, I thought for a while I could put 9 here, but that doesn't make sense with the cupcake being in this row. So once I realized that and that 9 needed to go up here, that was also a big boost. And the 8, the 1 and the 2, super nice, super nice. Very nice puzzle, Marty. As always, let me know how you all did in the comments.